Inspired by the psychopathic assassin Villanelle, real name Jodie Comer, in a British thriller series Killing Eve, Lawrence Simon Warunge had planned to clear all his family members on Saturday, January the 2nd. Lawrence Warunge, a 22-year-old Mount Kenya University student from Karura, Kiambu County, on Saturday, 2nd January 2021, murdered his father Nicholas Njoroge, mother Anne Warunge, two brothers Christian and Maxwell, and a farm worker, James Kinyanjui, at his parents' home in Kiamba. Lawrence Warunge had planned to kill his entire family at the beginning of 2021, but his plan was delayed and he carried out on January 5th, 2021. At that time, his two sisters had reported back to school, hence escaping death by a whisker. One of the sisters was a Form 4 student at St. Angela's Girls' School, while the other was a Form 2 student at Ngiriambo Girls' High School in Kirinyaga. Police revealed that Lawrence tried severally to carry out his murder plan but aborted at the last minute. That did not deter him. Using the plan he had actioned together thanks to a script he downloaded for British dark comedy drama spy thriller TV series Killing Eve, Lawrence set his action in motion. He had the plan, but he did not have a weapon and an alibi. Warunge described his parents as killers and satanic and claimed his actions were motivated by a British TV drama titled Killing Eve. He said he had planned to clear his family about 3 times and succeeded in January so that he can live with his girlfriend in peace. Warunge accused his siblings of siding with his parents and segregating him. He was arrested together with his girlfriend Sarah Modoni, who opted to become a state witness to help detectives unravel the mystery of the killings. The prime suspect had gone missing, prompting detectives to track him using GPS, which eventually led to the team to Lower Kabete in Kiambu on Saturday. Post-mortem results of all the victims revealed that they had succumbed to multiple stab wounds, likely inflicted by the same person. Chief Government Pathologist Johansen Odor stated that the 5 had similar injuries, stab wounds and to the chest and blunt force trauma on the head. Great vessels of the neck were injured, thus leading to massive blood loss and eventual death. The autopsy revealed that Nicholas and Christian had suffered the most injuries. On the other hand, his mother's arms were injured, indicating her attempts to block the perpetrator's blows. The police report detailed how he first killed James Kinyanjui, a handyman who lived a few meters from the main house. He then attacked his mother, Anne Wanjiko, who was in the kitchen, followed by his 12-year-old brother, who had responded to his mother's distress call. The university student then attacked his father, Nicholas Warunge, who had jumped from the balcony, attempting to flee. Last to be killed was his cousin, a 13-year-old boy who was hiding under the bed. He told police officers how he stabbed the minor with a 9-inch knife, despite the helpless child kneeling and pleading for mercy. To ensure that none of his victims would survive, Warunge hit them on the head with a metal bar, stabbed them multiple times on the chest before slitting their throats. After committing the crimes, Warunge went and packed his blood-stained clothes in a bag. He also carried several phones of the victims and the murder weapon to Njikase village in Maimahi, where he had rented together with his lover. The second-year students at Mount Kenya University then threw away the knife, bloody clothes, and one house key in a public toilet. He then went to a nearby alley where he burned other items, including a mobile phone. The most chilling part of Lawrence's confession is where he caught up with his father Nicholas Njenga Warunge as he escaped from him after he broke one of his legs after jumping off a balcony. He says the father was hit by an electric cable as he ran away and jumped off the balcony and was indisposed further after he fractured a leg. This gave him time to catch up with him and kill him like a snake after a failed attempt to open the gate. His father's body had 34 stab wounds, leaving his intestines out. His father, Nicholas Warunge, had arrived in Kenya from the USA, where he was working as a nurse for Christmas holidays, about 11 days before his gruesome murder. His mother, Anne Warunge, worked with the Kiambu County government as a psychologist nurse. That Saturday, he tried to convince the girlfriend he told her to drink and smoke bang in vain. He expected the girl to pass out as he rushed to his rural home and butcher his skin and come back. He had hoped to use the girlfriend as an alibi after killing his family using carbon monoxide. The suspect had alleged that he felt neglected by the parents and that his younger siblings were also siding with the parents. He also felt that his parents were out to kill him. The shoe prints, impressions at the scene of crime, which were recorded and documented at the scene, matched those of the shoes that were recovered in Mai Mahiu on Saturday. Though it was initially suspected that there was at least 3 killers at the scene, the probe had confirmed that the suspect was alone after his shoes got soaked in blood. He removed them and walked in the house in his socks. He would later put on the shoes, which were recovered in Mai Mahiu, before finally putting on a woman's shoes that he had bought in Thika. Warunge had asked the girlfriend to buy for him a knife in Thika. The 9-inch knife with a metallic handle was among the exhibits recovered at Thika. The suspect also bought a pair of trousers, a jacket, a lady's shoes, a piece of wigs, and a female doll, which he later cut off the doll's head. From Thika, the suspect proceeded to Nairobi CBD, where he visited Uhuru Park and the Holy Family Basilica. Fearing that he would be searched at the church, he proceeded to one of the supermarkets where he deposited his luggage, which were in a red carrier bag containing the things he bought plus the knife. He left the supermarket with the luggage tag, leaving his bag behind, and proceeded to the church at around 4 p.m., where he went and boarded a Limuru-bound passenger vehicle. And on reaching Limuru, he took another vehicle home to Kiambaa. After killing the family members, he showered and ate the food the mother was preparing, and later sat down and watched a program on TV. He slept on his father's bed until around 4 a.m. After Lawrence was arrested, he did not panic nor show some remorse. He was actually shocked to see his family members crying and mourning the deaths of his kin. He bought some paper which he would bite in order to tear and appear like he was also mourning. One of the witnesses, Steve Njeho, told the detectives that on the fateful day, they finished work and he proceeded to Karura Shopping Center to relax after a hard day's work. He came back at around 9 p.m. and noticed that one of the curtains was blood-stained, but the lights were on. He got in and found his colleague James Kenyanjui lying in a pool of blood on a mattress in one of the rooms. Police were later called to remove the bodies. Before they left, they knocked at the gate of the adjacent home to find out if the residents had had anything during the fatal accident. There was no response, and the officers concluded that the family had slept. Earlier on, Lawrence had told the girlfriend that there was something he wanted to do that would make them live in peace for the rest of their lives. Lawrence vowed to wipe out the rest of his family, who include his sisters. The family in writing opposed his application to be released on bail, stating that Lawrence had been threatening to kill the rest of his family members. This leaves us with questions to unravel. 1. Was Lawrence battling mental health issues which went unnoticed? 2. Why did he not show remorse even after wiping the closest people in his life? 3. What was the motive of doing the heinous acts? 4. Was he alone during the act, or was he aided by someone? This brings us to a very important conclusion that kids should be monitored and parents should check what their kids are consuming and offer parental guidance. It is also noteworthy that mental health affects even kids, and we should be more vigilant in monitoring kids. I have been your host, Lily's Rams. Thank you for watching, and please remember to subscribe and comment down below. See you in the next video.